Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Paul writes in, Jeff, now I want to see Lubbock LPD chase a tortilla thrower after hearing that song. That was the Cops theme that Jeff played. We've kind of gotten into this show. It's really a dumb show, but I think I would love to be on it. And it's one of those shows you can't turn off. It's called 99 to Beat. It's on Fox. And basically the goal is don't finish last. And they have these stupid games that people compete against each other on. And if you finish last, then you're eliminated, and the winner gets $1 million. Like one of the games last night was you had to get a coin out of a piggy bank with a paper clip. Okay. So it's one of those things where you look at that and go, well, I can do that. You also had to catch a red butterfly amongst gold confetti that was blown out from a confetti machine with a net. And again, all these things like, I can do that. And then you probably get on the show and go, oh man, harder than it looks. Have you seen this show, Jeff?
I've seen the commercials for this show. I have not watched this show.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, sometimes watching or listening to something that you go, man, that's just really dumb. But it's escape from life, which is part of the entertainment value of shows like that and this one. little escape from life is, I think, good for everybody, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so what's something else that's going to take place on Saturday? And I know you're interested in this. I don't know how much you'll pay attention to this, but
Spin Doctors? I feel like it's the least publicized group coming to sing, and the one I'm most excited about.
Will you go over to...
I am going to, yes.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't talked about Spin Doctors. No, I think that's really cool. I mean, they continue to bring in some great acts.
They do.
Yeah. They'll
be at Raider Alley, and that moving it to the engineering key, Raider Alley, I think has been outstanding. It makes it. We see hundreds, if not thousands, of people, walking past our Optimum Game Day Live setup to go to the engineering key and the various acts that are going to be performing. So we got Spin Doctors on Saturday. I'm going to guess they're probably going to go on about 1-ish. I've not seen the total timeline because the game's at 3. So maybe probably in that 1:30 time period, you'll have Raider Walk. That'll be probably around noon or so, about the time that we're there, Jamie and I. But something that'll take place probably at halftime is Graham Harrell is going to be inducted into the Ring of Honor formally. Mm-hmm. And so he'll become the 12th member of the Ring of Honor. When you think about Graham Harrell, you think about offense and passing yards and, Harold Crabtree in 2008 and all those things. He won the Sammy Baugh Trophy as a junior, and he also was the Johnny Unitas Award winner as the AT&T All-America Player of the Year and the Sporting News Co-Player of the Year in 2008. It's I wonder if they had it to do over again if they would have just promoted him as the Heisman candidate, because I kind of feel like him and Crabtree kind of split votes there a little bit, but you had to promote both those guys because Crabtree was...
They both were deserving.
Both were deserving, So, you think about Graham Harrell and what he did. He was a good one. There's no question about that.
I would go great one.
A great one? Okay.
Yeah,
a great one. Yeah. You go in the Ring of Honor, you're going to be great, right?
Going into the College Football Hall of Fame is correct. Yeah, I think that qualifies as great.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Great. He also was a model student athlete as well, 3-time academic All Big 12 honoree, and the 2008 National Football Foundation National Scholar Athlete and William V. Campbell Trophy finalist.
Very cool.
And he's a graduate of Texas Tech as well. So got a Super Bowl ring playing as the backup quarterback to Aaron Rodgers with the Green Bay Packers, and now is the offensive coordinator at Abilene Christian. So he goes in, already in, Donnie Anderson, E.J. Holub, Dave Parks, Gabe Rivera. Those were the first three were the initial three, Anderson, Holub, and Parks. Then Gabe Rivera went in 14, Zach Thomas in 16, Crabtree and Elmer Tarbox in 21, Patrick Mahomes in 22, and then Thomas Howard, Andre Tillman, and Wes Welker in 2024, and Graham Harrell this year. So it'll be cool. It'll be cool to see that moment.
Absolutely, a guy that's I think really loved by the Texas Tech fan base and deserving of this honor. And I think there isn't anybody out there that feels like, oh man, this guy doesn't deserve to be up there.
Yeah, no question. Since Marquise just wrote in, I do want to get your thoughts on this. Jamie, your thoughts on the two big shakeups in college baseball yesterday. You got Tony Vitello going to the San Francisco Giants from Tennessee. I think this is going to be an epic failure. I do not think this will pan out.
Yeah, don't know. I mean, it's obviously different. We haven't seen it before. Just because we haven't seen it before doesn't make it be an epic failure. He's obviously a very good baseball coach. So he's done a great job with Tennessee. So, I mean, he knows baseball.
Yeah, I just wonder if at the first sign of adversity, if the pros are going to go, this guy's a college guy. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. This rah-rah stuff ain't going to work for 162 games.
I don't think Tony Vitello is a rah-rah guy at all.
Okay, well, I saw one article that described him that way.
I would not describe him that way. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I didn't play for him, but I think he's a guy who knows baseball. I mean, I don't think, his teams were loaded with talent and they won a lot and he recruited well and all the above. So, I mean, the fact that, I don't know. I'm not sitting here today and saying no doubt this guy is going to go through the league and he's going to win multiple championships in the next 5 years. I'm not saying that, but I don't have a reason to believe he's going to fail miserably either. Okay. Just because he's the first one to do it.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like that those major league guys are like, hey, this ain't college baseball, man. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Jeff McGuire with a stay in sports history.
Starting us off in 1945, American baseball player Jackie Robinson signs a contract with the Montreal Royals minor league farm team of the Brooklyn Dodgers.
That would lead to a historic change.
1964, future undisputed world heavyweight boxing champion Joe Frazier dominates German Hans Huber on easy points and wins the Olympic heavyweight gold medal in Tokyo.
Hans Huber.
1984, Chicago Cubs Rick Sutcliffe selected as a unanimous choice for the National League Cy Young Award. In 1993.
Here's a pitch on the way, a swing and a belt, left field, way back, Blue Jays win it! The Blue Jays are World Series champions as Joe Carter hits a 3-run home run in the 9th inning, and the Blue Jays have repeated as World Series champions. Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
That's good advice.
The number of people who have hit a home run that were happier than Joe Carter, not very many.
I vividly still remember in the post-game press conference, Game 7 of the 85 World Series. I was there, and somebody asked Darryl Motley, who hit a home run to really start the barrage. The Royals would eventually win 11-0. And this young guy asked Motley this question, and Motley was a young guy too, and he said, hey, what did it feel like to hit a home run in the World Series and to get the Royals started tonight? And Motley said to the guy back, he goes, you ever hit a home run? And the guy says, no. And he goes, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling, yeah. Makes sense.
Bet it is.
Bet it is.
Yeah.
2010, Alex Torres has 6 catches for 133 yards, and Matt Williams' 36-yard field goal with 2:03 left helped Texas Tech beat Colorado 27-24.
Oh, how about that?
In 2023,
And the Astros are down to their final strike. Leclerc ready now. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball. Second base. Simeon's got it. On to first to Nate Lowe. And hello, World Series. The Rangers have won their 3rd American League pennant. They stream out of the dugout and are jumping up and down between the mound and first base. For the first time since 2011, the Rangers are going to the World Series after having 6 consecutive losing seasons. What an amazing year this has been. And there's more baseball to be played.
Mm-hmm.
There certainly would be.
Yes.
We'll hear about some of that later.
Okay.
It is National Canning Day. So, put the things in the cans.
So better work hard today so you don't get canned.
You ever do any of that at your house? Canning?
Canning?
Yeah.
No, sir.
Okay.
Happy birthday to Ryan Reynolds, who turns 49 today. Amelia Clark is 39. Weird Al Yankovic, 66. Dwight Yoakam, 69. Nick Bosa, 28. Doug Flutie, 63. John Lackey is 47. Al Leiter, 60. Bill O'Brien is 56. Scott Drew, 55. Nancy Grace, 66. And LeVar Ball is 58.
Wow.
And on this day, in 1960, somewhere on the Missouri side of the Mississippi River in Kansas City, Missouri.
Missouri River. Actually.
Missouri River?
Yeah, Missouri. Yeah.
Mrs. Heinz gives birth to a bouncing baby boy.
Mm-hmm.
He hits the floor and immediately shakes the hand of the doctor, puts on a blue shirt.
Uh-huh.
As he struts around the room talking to literally everyone, he looks over at his father and says for the very first time, I'm Chuck Heinz. Tell me about your business so I can help you out. Happy birthday, Chuck.
Thank you, Jeff. That was great. Yeah, the hospital literally not very far from the Missouri River. But, oh well, that's my cross to bear, right? 6:50 this morning here on the Morning Drive. Thoughts, comments, Yates Flooring Center chat line. The other college baseball news from yesterday that Marquise was referring to, in addition to Tony Vitello going to the New York Giants, or San Francisco Giants rather, is the announcement of the Florida coach, Kevin O'Sullivan, taking a leave of absence from the Florida program to deal with some personal and some family issues. You wonder how long's that last for him? Is that a couple of week thing? Is that a month thing? Or is that a forever thing? And that's for him to know and us to find out. But that's certainly an interesting situation there.
Well, if it wasn't going to lead into baseball season, I mean, if it was just going to be a month thing, I don't think they would say anything about it. Nobody would even know.
Okay.
Right? I mean, because
I think
season doesn't even start till February. You could totally get away with him leaving the Florida program, whatever, and
nobody would know the difference.
Nobody would know the difference. So my guess is that definitely this will affect the season. That would be my guess.
That he's done?
I mean, maybe he sits for a year. I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, if he's doing this because his mom's sick or because his wife is sick, you would have think that they would have said that.
They would have said something, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Illness in the family, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so whether he's going to anger management classes or rehab or he's working things out with his wife. I don't know. Something's right.
Yeah, because he got into it with an official during the NCAA tournament to the point where he was like going to be suspended for the start of at the start of the season.
Yeah, for 3 games. Yeah. So, I mean, clearly it's something that's, not ideal. None of it's ideal, right? You want to be able to do your job and all that, but I would guess, again, if it was only going to be a month, that they wouldn't even have said anything about this.
Yeah, because right now, I mean, they've got big fish to fry. In addition to that, they're looking for a football coach. I mean, he could have walked out of the baseball office for a couple of weeks and probably
nobody would have noticed.
Nobody would have noticed, yeah, or people would have, but it wouldn't have been front page news or ESPN news or stuff that we would even be talking about. So
I don't know if this was self-imposed by Florida, whether this was him. You could totally see where Florida would say, hey, let's spin this in this direction. If it was, so clearly he's, the Florida AD at the time of his suspension, he was pretty, vocal and that he was, unhappy with him. And so I don't know if something else happened there at Florida that they're like, okay, we got to get this under control. I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, so it'll be.
Check the police blotters there in Gainesville that you get a DUI or something. I have no idea. I don't mean to suggest that, but I mean, something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, when I was in college, one of my radio station beats was the Lawrence police beat, and you would go down on Mondays because the reporter from the Journal World, and there would be one other guy and me, and they would have all the police reports from the weekend. So you would see who got arrested, and you were just looking for a familiar name from the football team, and every once in a while one of those guys showed up, and it was like, oh wow, this happened this weekend.
It's funny they looked for the football team, but nobody in Lawrence is checking on the basketball team.
Well, in those days,
don't mess with those guys.
In those days, the football team was better than the basketball team. My junior and senior year, at least, the basketball team wasn't much.
See, the police would be like, we can't arrest the basketball players. We've got to go get the football player. Yeah. We can't put the basketball team under suspicion.
Yeah, there was a running back that seemed to run afoul occasionally, Kerwin Kalani Bell. We knew his middle name.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
News, Jamie. This is NBA related. This is true breaking news. Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier has been arrested. Was arrested early this morning as part of an FBI sports betting investigation. The Eastern District of New York and FBI Director Kash Patel will have a news conference this morning to announce arrests from the investigation. He was arrested at his hotel in Orlando. The Heat lost last night to the Orlando Magic. Rozier did not play because of a coach's decision. This incident stems from a game in 2023. There was a surge of bets in about 46 minutes, 30 of them, from a professional bettor, coming in on the under on Rozier's points, rebounds, and assists. At any rate, Rozier played just 10 minutes before leaving the game, citing a foot injury. His attorney has said that he has met with the NBA and FBI multiple times, and that the initial investigation determined he had done nothing wrong. So clearly they've done something else wrong. This comes on the heels of an announcement yesterday that athletes in the NCAA and athletic department staff members can bet on professional sports beginning November 1st. I think this is a terrible decision. I think it's just a terrible. I'm not naive enough to think that people aren't doing this, but to go out and say, hey, athletes, hey, athletic department officials, feel free now to bet on professional sports. I think that leads to nothing but bad things with regard to maybe how if you get upside down with your bookie, then they're going to come to you and go, hey, we need you to throw an interception, or hey, we need you to miss a free throw, or hey, we need you to not get as many rebounds, or hey, we need the game not to be this. I just think it's a terrible decision by the NCAA.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you at all. I continue to wonder when we found out about this a few weeks ago what the win is here, and the only answers that I come back with is that they don't think they can police it, and so they're letting it go because of that, and or because they feel like there's a major market for them with these student athletes, that they're getting these huge NIL deals and don't have real life to pay for. Mm-hmm. So they have all this free money. Why should, DoorDash and Uber Eats get it all?
Yeah, right. I continue, I don't know why, I continue to be amazed. And maybe it's just me being an old man, and I don't feel old by any stretch of the imagination. Sometimes I say things that like, "Hey, get off your yard there, Chuck." I
don't think you tell people to get off their yard.
Get off my yard. Yeah, get off your
lawn.
Get off my lawn. Yeah, get off my lawn. Thank you.
Okay, that made you sound old.
Yeah, I did. Anyway, the point is, I continue to be amazed at the number of people that use the drive-through and won't get out of their car and go in, which I'm thankful for, because now when you go in, generally speaking, there's no line. There is no line at any of these restaurants or fast food places. When you're wanting to go inside, there's no line because they're all too lazy to get out of the car. Or when you do go and you're waiting in line, you're in line with somebody that's picking up food for somebody that doesn't even want to get in their car to wait in line, which blows me away. It just blows me away. The number of folks that use Uber Eats and DoorDash to go get them a burger. I mean, it's like it astounds me, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I get it.
And then again, I'm thankful for those of you that don't want to get out of your car, because it just makes it easier for those of us that want to walk the 5 steps. It's not like I'm hiking across the, Great Divide or anything to go get a hamburger or sack of donuts or whatever. But again, I'm really surprised by the NCAA on this. The quote from Charlie Baker, who's the NCAA president, he says this change recognizes the reality of today's sports environment without compromising our commitment to protecting the integrity of college competition or the well-being of student athletes. Oh, that's from Roberta Page, Director of Athletics at Slippery Rock and Chair of the Division II Management Council.
So is this we'll throw you a bone, hey, you guys can bet on professional, just don't bet on college?
Yeah, I guess. Baker says, we run the largest integrity program in the world on sports betting across all the various schemes. Sadly, we discovered some student athletes involved with some problematic activity. Problematic activity.
Mainly Oklahoma's quarterback.
Chris says this, Uber and DoorDash drivers are some of the most faithful listeners.
Well, they're in their cars a lot.
Be careful, Chuck. LOL. Yeah, you're right about that. I don't want to put you out of business. I'm just astounded by how much business you have.
I don't think there's any threat of them running out of business, not getting business. Those are thriving businesses right now because of the way we have become as a society.
Yeah, lazy, lack of urgency, all those things. Right?
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, a lot of different things you could probably say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. Okay, let me ask you this: Big 12 football this weekend. What do you have your eye on in terms of the games that are out there? Let me tell you, you got K-State and KU. What makes that interesting is you play Kansas State next week. K-State's 3-4 overall. Are they surging? Are they having their typical K-State rebound to be relevant at the end of the year? You've got BYU and Iowa State. We rooting for the Cyclones in this one?
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
Baylor and Cincinnati. We're rooting for Baylor in this one on the road in Cincinnati.
Yeah, it would make sense, right?
Would make
Cincinnati's
sense.
ahead of you.
Houston and Arizona State.
They both have one conference loss. But, I'll definitely root for Houston.
Yeah.
Arizona State's going to be without Jordan Tyson.
Okay.
He's not playing in the game.
And then Colorado and Utah are playing in Utah.
Yeah, I would root for Colorado, but I'd be surprised if Utah doesn't win.
Yeah. So which one, if you could only pick one, okay, if you could only pick one of those games and you could have your choice, would it be Iowa State beating BYU?
Either that one or Baylor at Cincinnati. It would be huge for Cincinnati to take a loss there. That would help as well. Maybe I would pick Houston over Arizona State because Arizona State has a tiebreaker over you head to head.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think that BYU in the next few weeks has some tough games, right? I feel like you can handle your business with BYU because you get to play them. Mm-hmm. Cincinnati, you don't have control over them, but then they have a pretty tough schedule remaining. It feels like they play Baylor this week and they play at Utah, Arizona versus BYU, and then at TCU. So I don't fear them as much winning out. I think I would take Houston over Arizona State just because Arizona State has that tiebreaker against you.
That makes some sense. Mm-hmm. Syntax Hank says this: I'm thankful for them, the Uber Eats drivers and the DoorDash folks, because I make a living writing the types of apps they use. Stay lazy, folks.
Oh, cool.
That's really cool.
Good for you, Hank.
What about you? Yeah. That's good. Somebody says, what about TCU in West Virginia? No, nobody cares.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3 is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
All right, gentlemen. Today our question is in honor of the one and only, the great one, Graham Harrell.
Okay.
And I would like to ask you today, in order, to give me your favorite, not the best, your favorite 3 Red Raider quarterbacks.
My favorite 3 Red Raider quarterbacks. My favorite Red Raider quarterback, I thought he was awesome, was B.J. Simmons.
He was for a year.
I just loved how he threw the ball. I loved how they were good. They weren't great. They were good teams. Second on my list. I'm trying to decide if it's. I think it's Patrick Mahomes is second on my list. I'm trying to separate the Patrick the pro and Patrick the NFL player, but I loved what he did here. I mean, he was awesome. Obviously, I wish they had been more successful. And then third on my list, is it Graham? Is it Cody? Is it Daggy? Is it Sticks? Is it Taylor Potts? Who am I leaving out?
I don't know. We're just looking for.
I'm just trying to decide. Because
Rodney Allison.
Well, it's before my time. Ron Reeves is before my time. Jimmy Carmichael is before my time. I'm gonna. Sonny Cumbie is my third. Somebody threw his name out on the chat line, so I'm gonna go with Sonny.
Cliff Kingsbury, number 1. Followed very closely only because of his personality and the guy that I got to meet after his playing days were well over, Rodney Allison. Graham Harrell's number 3 was Sonny Cumbie, a very close honorable mention.
Okay. Okay. Cliff Kingsbury is definitely number 1 for me. And Graham Harrell is a close number 2. And Patrick Mahomes is a very close number 3. The three of them, it's all pretty tight bunch. You could just toss that into a little shaker, shake them up, and it come out in any direction. I'd be pretty happy with the three of them.
Okay, a little shaker, yeah.
And the maybe close number 4 for me, not as far as you would think. Again, not best, but my favorite, Zebby Lethbridge.
Yeah.
Because he was the quarterback during my time, and I enjoyed him.
Yeah. Okay. Off the chat line, somebody brings up Billy Joe Tolliver. That's before my time, but Billy Joe certainly endeared himself to a lot of folks here.
He was a great quarterback. Yep.
My favorites were Billy Joe Tolliver, Zebby, and a tie between Jamie Gill or Patrick. Jamie Gill was he was a very good quarterback. He was, I think, a senior as I was coming into town. Somebody else brings up Sammy Simmons pulling his hammy, skipping off the field. Plus, he had that knee injury that he suffered as well.
Say, do we want to get the facts get in the way of a good story there?
Yeah, it was more his knee than it was his.
He tore his ACL celebrating jumping in the end zone.
Yeah. Ed says B.J. Simmons.
But close.
Yeah. B.J., Cliff, and Graham. B.J., Sonny, and Zebby. Robert Johnson, too. Was it Robert Johnson?
Robert Johnson, the wide receiver? That we moved from quarterback?
Yeah, we moved him from quarterback, yeah.
Yeah, he was not a quarterback.
He was better as a...
I don't think he ever played quarterback for us.
Who am I thinking? There's a Robert somebody.
I am not in that brain.
Yeah. Let's see here. Juan M. says Billy Joe, Zebby L., and Cliff. Not that there's been more than one Zebby. I think we've only had one Zebby.
I love hearing the names from the 80s and 90s or whatever. That's, I knew Jeff was going to pick Rodney. I mean, he's such a good guy. And Jeff
Robert Hall. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I knew there was a Robert. I just couldn't connect the dots there.
Robert Johnson was the one who caught the game-winning catch against the Aggies in College Station.
Somebody brings up Tom Wilson.
From Graham Harrell, by the way.
Yeah, Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson was an Aggie coach at one point in time, too.
What years was Tom Wilson? I don't recognize that.
Tom Wilson's like, I want to say 60s.
Yeah.
I want to say 60s.
I don't remember hearing that name.
Somebody else brings up Patrick, Cliff, and Graham Harrell.
Those are my 3, not that specific order, but...
Those are your 3. Okay.
The thing that I've really enjoyed about the relationship and the events that led into me looking into Rodney's playing career, he's still in the Texas Tech record book. Of all the guys who have come since, the Cliff Kingsburys, the Graham Harrells, the Patrick Mahomes, you name it, he's still in there for the highest average completion yardage per play in a game, because all he was doing is throwing bombs.
I was gonna say he completed like 4 passes for 200 yards.
Exactly, it's some insane stat. But you think of all the great passers we've had, and this is back when it was 3 yards in the cloud of dust, and Rodney's still in the record book for it.
Tom Wilson played at Texas Tech in the 60s. He graduated from high school in 62 and then played football at Texas Tech under J.T. King. And he was the head coach at Texas A&M from 1978 to 81, and then came to Texas Tech as the offensive coordinator from 84 and 85. Hey, there's some more breaking news. This gambling deal is getting big. So if I just saw the blurb here, Chauncey Billups has been arrested as well. So trying to get you up to speed on that here.
That's what he gets for hitting that 3-pointer against us in 1997.
That's just crazy.
96 to beat the Red Raiders at the Coliseum.
Yeah. So the news is Chauncey Billups has been arrested. He's a Portland Trailblazer coach for gambling. He's been arrested by the FBI for alleged illegal gambling. That comes from ESPN. That's stunning. stunning that guys would throw things away like that. But it maybe it gets into your blood like that, and you can't walk away from it. Boy, oh boy, that's stunning news.
This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I feel like every time you play that, they get beat.
We played every game when, we're here and they play the game that day. Mm-hmm. They are just on a 3-game losing streak, and it's not been a whole lot of fun, but we are playing the game to remind people Stars play tonight.
Okay,
that's
play
what
tonight.
we are doing, and encouraging people to watch the Stars. You can watch them for free. Costs you nothing. And, they're supposed to be good, dang it. It's been very frustrating.
That's a very good intro. I mean, that's a very good intro.
Well, that's what happens when they score at home.
No, I think it's very good. I think they've positioned that, imaged that very well. Hey, good morning. Hour 3 of 3 with Jamie Lent, Jeff McGuire. I'm Chuck Heinz. We come to you from the First United Bank studio here in downtown Lubbock. Thanks for being with us. Thoughts, comments, Yates Flooring Center chat line. You've been very active today. We appreciate all the texts today here this morning. A number of you have written in this morning. I wanted to get to one from Red Raider Charlie. He says, good morning, fellas. RRC here, that's Red Raider Charlie, for those of you that aren't in the know. I have been out of town and asking, what color am I wearing to the game Saturday? Red. It's a red out. Is Graham Harrell the only Red Raider going into the Ring of Honor Saturday? Yes. You asked a yes-no question. Yes. Is Baron Morton set to start Saturday? We don't know, right? We don't know.
Don't know.
We don't know.
Don't know. And Chuck said a few minutes ago he's anxious to hear from Coach tonight to get an update on Baron. I don't know how much I don't believe is not the right word. I just say take it with a grain of salt.
I will say this. The more he talks about him, the more likely he is to play. The less he talks about him, the less likely he is to play. Would you buy that?
Don't know.
Don't know. Okay.
I'm kind of with Jeff. Just, again, if there is something to be gained by him being misleading or him not telling the complete truth, I am all for it.
Yeah. Right.
I am not some media member that you owe it to us to tell us the truth. Mm-hmm. No, you owe it to us to do everything you can to win football games.
Win football games, right? Yeah.
And so have at it. Okay. So I am not bothered by it at all. But in some ways, if he thinks there's an advantage to be gained, I want him to lie to us. Okay, or mislead us. Okay.
Lie's a little strong, but
okay,
mislead.
yeah, I know. Yeah, mislead.
Mislead's better.
Mislead. Mm-hmm. Because he's also misleading the opponent too, right?
Sure. Right.
Yeah, I would just appreciate the wink and the nod, though.
Yeah.
I you know what I'm doing, and I know what I'm doing, but we're all doing this together.
It's like somebody asked him about a question about Amir Boyd not playing because of his off-field incident, and Coach McGuire looked at the reporter and said, "That's a good question." So it's like. Yes, was the answer to that question.
Yeah. So I would just take it with a grain of salt.
Should I throw out to him tonight if I happen to see him and talk to him?
Oh, you're going to be in the same building and not talk to him, right?
Well, there've been times I've been in that building and not talked to him.
I didn't know this was joke segment today.
Yeah, there've been times I've been in that building and not talked to him.
Was he there?
He does. Yes, he was there. He does circulate the room, and he talks to a lot of people. And I kind of just, sometimes read the room and go, yeah, he doesn't really need to talk to me today because he's talking to all these other people that don't get a chance to see him.
So clearly what was going on is you weren't wearing a jacket he liked.
No, I wasn't wearing a jacket, but I just decided that, I don't need to do this every week. Anyway, the point is, should I say to him, hey, when Coach Kingsbury was here, he'd use this line of, you'll know who he is when he trots out there. See if he likes that line as well.
You are like one of 3 people on the planet that like that line.
Who are the other 2?
Cliff Kingsbury and the quarterback who was trotting out there.
I was just curious who the other 2 were.
That was a good job.
Let's see. this person, he took a lot of time, or she took a lot of time to write. So I feel when you write long sentences and have a good thought, I feel compelled to read. This is with regard to my comment about people that just go to the drive-thru and use delivery services are lazy. I think Chuck needs to understand that many use the delivery services, work their butts off at work, then at home with multiple kids and activities almost every night. Think you might tap the brakes on suggesting people are lazy, but you are not, because you walk in while others have it delivered. From students who order to not interrupt studying, to single moms with multiple kids, I'll buy that. Two working parent families that just need the convenience of being able to order and deliver. It's a lifesaver. Did you always walk in for pizza or let them deliver? If you had it delivered, why were you too lazy to do that? Okay, that's all fair points. My only point was, I appreciate the people that are being lazy and going through the drive-thru, because it allows those of us that play the game beat the drive-thru to win every time.
Every time?
Every time.
No. No,
I can't use that.
No, you
don't beat the drive-thru
You don't
every
beat the
time.
drive-thru every time.
Almost every time. I'm going to start shouting. I'm just going to start charting it.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a fairy tale you got going on. Chuck does that because he's extremely impatient and sitting in his car behind somebody ordering a bunch of food when he doesn't know what's going on and can't be in control drives him nuts. So he parks his car and goes inside where he can at least hear what's going on, and then he feels like he has some control.
I've won. Yeah.
See,
Okay. And I bet it's about 50-50. I bet he does beat the drive-thru at times.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he does, but I bet it's about 50-50.
I'll also say the number of people that there's only one lane for the drive-thru usually. Sometimes it splits off into two.
Mm-hmm.
But the number of times I've been behind people that have apparently never been to that fast food place before
Yes.
and don't know what's on the menu.
Yes. Yeah.
When I just want a number one with large fry and a large drink, that's all. I will go inside for that because I knew what I wanted when I pulled into the parking lot.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it feels like there's a better chance of you getting behind the person. I'm going to say person. that is totally confused and wants to ask questions. So what do you suggest? What about this? Oh, do you still have that? You're more likely to do that in the drive-thru than inside. I will agree. I will agree with Chuck and Jeff on that one. Yeah.
And inside, if they've got the computer kiosk, I can even bypass them at the counter and finish ordering at the kiosk.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.